welcome to the Sustainable CT Actions and Impact Preview for the Happy Holidays month of December 2025. Brought to you in part by our good friends at the Hampshire Foundation. That's right, the Hampshire Foundation funds partners who are finding pathways to rapidly reduce greenhouse gas emissions, or to help people build resilience against poverty and climate change. And we are oh so glad they do. Visit them at hampshirefoundation.org. We're now accepting applications for our 2026 Sustainable CT Fellowship Program. This is a highly regarded summer initiative that places student fellows directly with councils of governments, COGs, across Connecticut to support communities advancing sustainability. We're accepting applications now through Monday, February 9th, 2026 at 5 p.m. But don't wait, get your application in now. Additional details about the fellowship experience, including host placement locations, can be found at the Sustainable CT Fellowship Program page at sustainableCT.org. And you can contact the fabulous Lily Adamo at lilya@sustainableCT.org with any questions. In Elements this month, join our December coffee hour on the 18th, when we'll feature Brian Hess from the Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection Wildlife Division. That's deep and wild. I like that. Who will bring us all up to speed on Connecticut's Wildlife Action Plan for 2025. Learn about the new plan revision, how it can help you, and the tools to help prioritize and track implementation. Conserving wildlife requires many diverse partners, so be part of this webinar to learn about the statewide network of partners working together to help Connecticut's wildlife. Remember, you can join Sustainable CT for virtual, informal discussions most third Thursdays of each month. We share program updates and resources, explore your questions, and strengthen the network of Sustainable CT champions. Yes, we do. These sessions are free, and you know that free is good and open to all. For your edification, your enlightenment, and your entertainment too, it's The Impact, a Sustainable CT podcast. Speaking of Brian Hess and the Wildlife Action Plan, Brian will be joining us for an in-depth discussion on the impact. Brian specializes in non-game wildlife, particularly large raptors, reptiles, amphibians, and various other herpetofauna. Yeah, I had to look that word up. Herpetofauna, there you go. He is a leading authority in Connecticut's growing bald eagle population and the public face for many related outreach efforts. He shares his public face, or at least his public voice, with us. Be sure to catch the action. This month's episode of The Impact will be available on December 15th at sustainablecT.org and wherever you get your podcasts. In the Community Match Fund this month, we've got something that's sort of new, very exciting, and it's totally environmental. Several months ago, our Community Match Fund added a new funding pool, the Environmental Fund. This fund supports projects that relate to environmental sustainability and or address climate change. If you have a project idea for your community that aligns with this fund, don't wait. Reach out to funding at sustainablecT.org so we can help make it happen. Hey, Sustainable CT in Actions and Impact, this very newsletter, and me speaking to you right now, it's all made possible in part by the Connecticut Green Bank. Connecticut Green Bank confronts climate change by increasing and accelerating the flow of private capital into markets that energize the green economy. Visit them at ctgreenbank.org. Remember, we can't do what we do without you. We don't have a magical unicorn rainbow money tree, no sir, but you can be a Sustainable CT sponsor. Find out how at sustainablecT.org. You'll be glad you did. In conveyances this month, the Sustainable CT Nature Conservancy Community Resilience Building Workshops are now open for 2026. The no-cost CRB workshop process is ideally suited to enable communities to locate, assess, and prioritize impacts and solutions to climate change and natural hazards for infrastructure, community, and the environment, including creative options such as nature-based solutions. By participating in a CRB workshop, your city or town will satisfy the requirements for 2 Sustainable CT actions: assess climate vulnerability and implement your own sustainability action. Very cool. To find out more and to be considered for this opportunity on a first-come, first-served basis, visit the CRB info page at sustainablecT.org. Alex Putterman writes in CT Insider, it took nearly 6 months, hundreds of impassioned emails from all sides, a veto, extensive negotiations among lawmakers, a special legislative session, and an extra week of delay due to an administrative quirk. But Governor Ned Lamont has formally signed a much-debated bill aimed at creating more affordable housing in Connecticut. Way to go, Ned. New Canaan Community Foundation is providing $20,000 in emergency grants to two organizations, Open Doors and Person to Person. They are each receiving $10,000 grants to support their efforts in providing food and basic needs to NCCF neighbors in Norwalk and Stamford. The Northeastern Connecticut Council of Governments, that's NECOG, is seeking a senior regional planner to lead and support complex regional planning projects in areas such as land use, transportation, environmental resource protection, hazard mitigation, economic development, stormwater, housing, and other specialized region-wide planning work. The Yale Program on Climate Change Communication has a new article, Gender Development and Recognition of Anthropogenic Climate Change. Climate change affects everyone, but not everyone understands it the same way. The study investigates how gender, economic development, and democratic freedom shape global understanding of the human causes of climate change. Jenna Outcalt writes in the Daily Campus, Mansfield earned gold-level certification in Sustainable CT. Recognition by Sustainable CT is a significant milestone in Mansfield's long-standing commitment to sustainability, says Town Manager Ryan Aylesworth. This achievement reflects the dedication of our staff, volunteers, and community members who have consistently championed sustainable practices and bold ideas. Bravo, Mansfield. But don't forget Norwalk. The city of Norwalk has been recognized for achieving Sustainable CT's gold certification too. Norwalk met high standards in a broad range of sustainability accomplishments to qualify for the prestigious gold level certification. Bravo, Norwalk. And the Connecticut Green Bank, hey, we know them, announced that it recently issued its third Green Liberty bonds to retail and institutional investors and sold out nearly $19 million in bonds over 2 days. Yowza! Way to go, Green Bank. In our chronology section, where time waits for snowman, our own Kate Richard, Sustainable CT's Director of Sustainability Best Practices, will be presenting at the 4th Annual Sustainable and Resilient Communities Workshop 2025. The Long Island Sound Sustainable and Resilient Communities team is holding a series of virtual sessions over 2 days focused on resources and tools available to help in taking advantage of state resilience funds. Kate will be presenting in Session 1, Resilience 101, Helpful Tools and Strategies for Building Community Resilience, Connecticut Breakout Room, on the topic Sustainable CT, Climate Resilience, and Resources for Your Community. She is part of a great group of knowledgeable and dynamic speakers at this event, so don't miss it. It all begins December 4th at 10 a.m. The Eversource First Thursday webinar will share an overview of their energy efficiency community engagement efforts. Presenters will review various opportunities to promote energy efficiency in your community and share details about how to participate. December 4th, 12 to 1 p.m. There's an Intro to Taxes for Artists workshop, very cool, covering the basics of taxes for artists, including separating personal and artistic finances, Schedule C filing, self-employment versus employment, and tracking deductions, December 8th at 6 p.m. Our friends at the Connecticut Age Well Collaborative are continuing with their Daring Dialogues initiative. Daring Dialogues brings together municipal and nonprofit leaders to explore how ageism and ableism impact our lives and communities. Through facilitated discussion, the Connecticut Age Well Collaborative identifies biases that are hindering growth and build relationships to increase impact. This is an in-person event, December 9th, 10 to 11:30 a.m. at the Bristol Public Library, 5 High Street in beautiful Bristol. You can join Neelab Nori from the New England Rural Health Association for Yukon Tab's fall webinar series, Rural Communities and Grant Support. The discussion will be centered on how rural communities are impacted by brownfields, December 10th, 12 to 12:30 p.m. The folks at DEEP have a couple of important things going on, as they always do. They've got a Climate Action Plan stakeholder convening, a workshop to bring together climate and environmental stakeholders from across the state of Connecticut to learn about Connecticut's Climate Action Plan and to actively engage in a collaborative dialogue on the different implementation strategies outlined in the plan. That's on December 11th, 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. And they've announced a new Long Island Sound Ecosystem Grant Program. This funding is intended to support the planning, engineering, design, and construction of projects focused on coastal habitat restoration and green stormwater infrastructure across Connecticut. There is approximately $7 million available, and no match is required. The deadline for application is December 16th at 11:59 p.m. And speaking of grants, the Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut is now accepting applications for its 2026 grants that empower youth, promote basic needs and rights, expand arts and cultural experiences, preserve the environment, and support advocacy. The application deadline on this is January 16th, 2026. And we have a last word, or two, about Giving Tuesday. That's tomorrow, December 2nd. 'Tis the season to give the gift of sustainability. Yes, it is. For the people in your life who appreciate a truly meaningful gift, consider making a donation in their names to the Campaign for a Sustainable CT. You can make a gift on behalf of anyone you like, a friend, a family member, a coworker, or even a pet. Since our launch in 2017, Sustainable CT has grown to include 139 participating towns. That's over 90% of the state's population, by the way, 67 certified municipalities, and 20 climate leaders. We've sponsored 99 fellowships for Connecticut college students, creating an employment pipeline to regional and local governments, environmental organizations, and more. Our Community Match Fund has supported 394 local projects across the state and has invested almost $5 million in local communities. And there's so much more to do. Please support Sustainable CT in fostering a connected, inclusive, and sustainable Connecticut with a donation today. Just go to sustainableCT.org and click on the Support Us button at the top of the page. And just in case you needed more incentive this year, you'll have the chance to win either a Half Dome 2 tent courtesy of REI Norwalk or an Electra Ponto Go e-bike courtesy of Mystic Cycle Center, a $2,700 value. And believe it or not, Ripley, a donation is not required to enter the drawing. We wish you and yours a joyous, fulfilling, and sustainable holiday season and a grand Giving Tuesday. And you can read all about it in this month's exciting edition of Actions and Impact, the official Sustainable CT newsletter. Accept no substitutes. Do yourself a favor and subscribe. And you can do that at the home of award-winning Thanksgiving pies. That's right. That's sustainableCT.org.